Okay, so first part of the coordinate geometry question I recommend is let's draw a quick sketch graph to see where the points are. Okay, so in the finest tradition of Blue Peter, this is one I prepared earlier. Right, so I just want to get a feel for where the points are, if the gradient's positive or negative. If I mess up the gradient at the start, right, it's a major pain because nothing works. The first part then says find the equation of line BC. So to be able to do that, the first thing I've done is I found the gradient of BC. Obviously I've just used my formula with the x1s, y1s, etc. Or I've gone with basically drawing a right angle triangle in. So the gradient of that is 3/12, which I've simplified to be 1/4. That means I can do the equation of BC by doing my y minus y coordinate is equal to gradient brackets x minus x coordinate, which I can then simplify down into what they asked me to do, which is x minus 4y plus 11. Okay, the point D, if I go back to my diagram, look, the line AD is perpendicular to BC. So I've really got that as an enhanced diagram. Nice use of the word enhanced. So, for the gradient of AD then, because it's perpendicular to BC, we can use our rule of turning the gradient upside down and changing the sign. So that's why the gradient is minus 4. And for point AD, we just push that through our formula now for the equation of a straight line. So y minus y value, and the only one I've got for that point is point A. So y minus y value equals gradient brackets x minus x value, which simplifies down into being y equals minus 4x. Okay, to do part B, well, what we need to do to find the intersection point is to solve the lines BC, AD as simultaneous equations. Okay, so to do that, if I write them equal to each other, well, this is perfectly set up to solve as a substitution. So when you receive y, you replace it with minus 4x plus 7. Right, so I work that through. There's my y replaced with minus 4x plus 7 in that top equation. I expand the brackets and I land up with 17x minus 7 is equal to 0. That means that x is equal to 1. And when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3 as the question. Alright, on part C now, we've got the length C, so we've got the point for C and we've got the point for D. So what I'm basically doing then is I'm running my length formula. I've drawn out the diagram again, right, so I can just see that I've done my right angle triangle. So I've gone 4 across and 1 up between the points. Well, we're obviously on C1 as a non-calculator question. So I've left my answer as a square root. So the length CD is the square root. Okay, so 17. For part D, the diagram shows my line extended on up to the point E. It's a really badly drawn diagram, but it was only a sketch one, because if point D is the midpoint between A and E, to go from A to D, I've gone 1 left and 4 up. So to go from D to E, I also go 1 left and 4 up, and that's why E must be the point 0, 7. It also then, if you work it backwards, with E and A, D lands up being the midpoint.